class man. And he believes he got nervous. He gets out when he can. He did his time in Vietnam, still mad at Uncle Sam. He's just a simple man with a heart of gold in a complicated land. Oh, yeah, he's a working class man. Well, he loves a little woman. Someday he'll make his wife, saving all the overtime for the wonder about his life. He ain't worried about tomorrow, 'cause he just made up his mind. Life's too short for burning bridges. Take it one day at a time. Oh, he's a working class man. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a working class man. Oh, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a working class man. Oh, So we're here, we're sort of celebrating the 30th anniversary of Flesh and Wood. That's right, it makes it more official. I am a fucking old bastard. But no, it's good, it's really good. We're getting to play some songs. The first song I'm going to play was sort of first single from the record, and it was included in a film called The Sum of Us, which starred one of your own, the young Russell Crowe, as a young gay fella who was trying to tell his father, Jack Thompson, that he was gay and trying to come to terms with it and all that sort of stuff. And it was a great film, and Russell played a great part. And later, I figure it was a few movies on that he really came to terms with his family, because he was, a couple of movies later, he was wearing a toga and sandals and killing his family. So.
He wasn't killing his family.
Wasn't he killing his family?
No, it wasn't him.
Somebody killed his fucking family, didn't he? Have you met my wife, Jane? Jane's like my sort of, like fact checking. Because, I don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. And quite often Jane will go, no, that's not true. So that's going to be happening all night. And really, this is sort of, it happens because when I think about it, we're all, in Australia, during COVID, we were all part of the Jane Barnes band. Right? Let's get it out there now.
Don't try to change the subject. Everybody's here to see you.
Yes, my love, we know.
We are celebrating you, and this is such a beautiful room.
I know, it's a great room. But really, we were all part of the Jane Barnes band, in case I say anything bad about it, I'll just move over here, the swinging distance. And this, we're going to do a song for you, the first single from Flesh and Wood. One of the other great things about this record, getting to do this record, was the fact that I got to sing with some of my favorite singers. And when I was a young hoodlum, I was about 16 or something, me and my mates jumped in their E.H. Holden and drove from Elizabeth into the city looking for trouble. And we also were going to see Mad Dogs and Englishmen by Joe Cocker. And from that day on, I remember coming back in the car, singing Joe Cocker songs. We, big fans of Joe Cocker. Fast forward a few years, and as a young band, Chisel were based in Adelaide. And Chisel scored the slot opening up for Joe Cocker. And I thought, this is great, because I love Joe. And I was watching him, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get side of stage when he sings, and I'll see if I can pick up some pointers. And I noticed Joe, when he sang, he sort of sang on his toes. Like, I thought, it must be to sort of get those high notes. He was pissed. I didn't know that then, but I could tell as the set went on, he was really pissed. And he was just, whoa. he's balancing. And anyway, it was really nice, sir. He came off stage and invited us to go out for a drink in a club with him. And I went to the club and I'm thinking, I'll just see how Joe weaves his magic with the audience here. And we walk into the club and I'm standing back taking it in and Joe's walking around the tables. And I thought, this is great. He's just introducing himself. He was actually stealing their drinks, sculling them, and he was just fucking blind by the time we left the club. So, you know, we hit it off really well. And you know, when I did this record, I went to Los Angeles to record with Joe, and I remember walking into the studio, and there's Joe sitting there, and he looked really healthy. And I said, God, you look healthy, Joe. He said, I've given up drinking. First thing I thought was, do I have to as well? But he didn't. He said, no, it was fine if I drank. But we sat and we chatted, it was beautiful, and we were sort of getting, you know, ready to sing. Had about half an hour before we were going to start, you know, recording. And Joe goes down to his bag, pulls out a bottle of wine, pulls the top off, and drinks about 3/4 of it before we start singing. And I said, I thought you weren't drinking. He said, this isn't fucking drinking. I said, this is wine, you know, it's not drinking. So Clayton reckons Joe Cocker doesn't drink anymore, or he didn't drink any less, but it was okay. So, but it was such a pleasure to sing with Joe. I got in, you know, we went in to warm up in the studio, and I'm sort of a loud singer, and Joe started warming up and nearly broke my eardrums. It was deafening. What are you saying? Are you cutting me in? She's said, look, she knows she's got something to say. But it was incredible. So I was so impressed with Joe, and we remained friends till he died, and so we miss him dearly. But I'm going to do the song that I did with Joe. Yeah, baby, I've been drinking. And I shouldn't come round, I know, but I found myself in trouble, darling, and I had no place else to go. And I bought some whiskey from a barman. Keep on moving until I was back in your loving arms again. Yeah. And I'm guilty. Lord knows I'm guilty. And I'll be guilty for the rest of my life. Supposed to do. How come everything I try to do never seems to turn out right? Oh, well, you know how it is with me, baby. Oh, you know, sometimes I just can't stand myself. It takes a whole lot of medicine, darling, for me to pretend I'm somebody else. Honey, I'm guilty. I'm missing a girl. Hey! So, my daughter, Eliza Jane, the Indian's going to help me sing a song. Eliza Jane's the name. We call it EJ. Stands for Evil Jane. She looks sweet and she sings like an angel, but she's got a wicked streak, all right?
And we have lost her to Aotearoa.
Yes. EJ lives in Auckland.
Hi, Teddy.
This is Teddy, by the way, my grandson. Teddy's been telling me all day he wants to come out and sing Ninja Turtle songs. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? You know? Yeah, absolutely. But he's been discussing what he's going to wear on stage. For a while, he thought he'd wear his elephant pants from Thailand. He's going, oh, they look good on stage. This is true. This is the conversation we're having. And then yesterday, he decided we better wear a kilt to match with his grandmother. So he didn't get an argument with me. Say hi, Teddy. How you going? Good? That's good. We're gonna do a song that was written by my brother-in-law. One of my dear best friends, you know, Mark Lazol, Diesel. You probably know him better as Diesel. Now, when I got to meet Diesel many years ago, I'd been in San Francisco actually making a record, Freight Train Heart, and I had a fight with the producer of the band that I was working with, and it was like, you know, it's like a spoiled kid. I said, I'm taking my tapes and I'm going home. And I grabbed my tapes and I came back to Sydney, and because I wasn't meant to be there, all the guitar players I normally use weren't there. And so I was looking for a guitar player, and all these people were telling me this is a great guitar player, really good. You know, Mark Lazot, Diesel, and he's extremely good looking. I thought, oh, that's a bonus, that's good. Then my wife Jane said to me, you should see this guitar player, Mark Lazot. He's really good and he's extremely good looking. So I'm thinking, right, I'm gonna go and fucking see him, you know? I'll go and check him out. So, in fact, Brent Eccles is here, and Brent managed Diesel for years, and I think at that time, Diesel and his whole band were sleeping in Brent's apartment. So, yeah. So, you know, Brent told me, yeah, Brent played on the same record, and said, this guy's fantastic. So, I went down and I watched him. I went and seen him play, and he was fantastic. I'm getting tangled up here. He was fantastic, and he was ridiculously good looking. So I said, okay, why don't you come and join my band? And he wouldn't, because his band had just traveled all the way from Perth, and that he was really loyal to his band, which I thought was great. So I tried to find, you know, times where I could slot him into the band when he wasn't working. And he was on tour with me. What was that?
Actually, you had his whole band join you.
On tour. We took the whole band on tour so we could get the guitar player, see? But anyway, out on tour, first few gigs, and Jane's got this beautiful young sister, Jeppy, her name is, gorgeous girl. And I'd see Mark and Jeppy standing next to each other, and I'm sort of standing there, but they'd make good-looking kids, wouldn't they? You know, that's what I do with my time on tour. Right? So I'm you know, get bored and I start matchmaking. So I started trying to set them up, and I hired Jeppy as my wardrobe mistress. She had nothing to do, really. So every night we'd be on tour, and we'd be staying at, you know, all these big hotels, and I'd organise for Mark and Jeff for their rooms to be next door to each other. And if it was humanly possible, I would have an adjoining door. And they didn't get the hint. So I started organising band dinners. Everybody, we must have a band dinner, 8 o'clock, everybody's going to be there. And then none of us would go, and it'd just be them two. Eventually, they got the message and they started dating. And I'm happy to say that they got married, and they had the most gorgeous kids you've ever seen, all right? So now, not only would we have great, you know, nieces and nephews, but we also have a really fantastic guitar player in the family. We've got a few now. So this is a song written by Mark, and I'm going to sing it with Evil J.
Cause you
Now it's really tough going on after these two, especially EJ. And
We'd like to get Jane to sing a song.
I'm clearly the black sheep of the family.
Good-looking black sheep.
And I'm going to need all the help I can get. I know that you all know this song, and so please help me.
She doesn't need help, really.
She's very shy.
She's very
she's
shy,
really
Michael.
shy.
Yeah.
Pretend that you're in our house.
She's not shy at all. I'm just getting over here when I say that.
Are you interrupting?
Am I interrupting?
Yeah, you're not here.
I'm listening to you, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm really saying.
No, let's just pretend this is what happens at our place. When we're at home,
I get bossed around.
the whānau, the Kiwi family, the Metherals are here tonight, and you know that this is what we do. We all participate.
Everybody's
and we
got
all
to sing
have
it
to
out.
do something. Oh, where's Teddy? You see, there's grandchildren around.
She's ran off. But you know, listen, she's really good once she gets started. But the hardest bit is getting her started.
I don't count the same as them.
I tried to count things in. You see, I'm in a band. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. No,
But who comes in on a 2?
it doesn't. I go 1, and she starts.
Asian people don't.
She starts counting, and I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I was counting before you started in my head." I'm like, "Oh, you got it, baby. I'm waiting for it."
More instruments? Or do I?
No, you keep going.
I feel so bad, I gotta work now. I'm so lonesome all the time. Since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes. Working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday. Come on, baby, to Blue Bayou. Where the boats are fun and the world is mine on Blue Bayou. Where those fishing boats with their sails alone, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Gonna see my baby again. Gonna be with some of my friends. Maybe I'll be happy again on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes. Working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday. Come on, baby, to Blue Bayou. Where the folks are fine and the world is mine on
be saying to yourself, what the fuck is he doing dancing?
That doesn't happen at home all the time.
That doesn't happen at home. It doesn't happen very often. You might have, you know, if you've seen my shows before, you probably know that I dance like an elephant tied to a tree. So I've been reviewed as that, by the way. But a few years back, we were going to go to Cuba. Jane and I were going to Cuba, and all our friends said, oh, it's fantastic. There's music everywhere. Everybody dances everywhere, and I'm sort of immediately panicking, you know? And so I'm going to Cuba. Jane's been asking me to dance with her for like 45 years, at least. And she's sorry she asked that. But so I thought, well, I better do something about it. And my son David Campbell was on Dancing with the Stars in Australia. And David had this fantastic dance partner called Luda, who was a great dancer. And so I rang Luda and said, can you come and teach me to dance? And she foolishly said yes. I don't think she knew what she had bitten off there. But she came down and she spent a few months with us, trying to teach me to dance. And it was like, and then, you know, finally she sort of disappeared. And we haven't heard
We've
from
never
her
seen
since.
her again.
I think she had a nervous breakdown. I think she had a nervous breakdown. But anyway, I made the executive decision that we'd done enough dancing. I was ready for Cuba. And Jane and I, we flew to Mexico first. And like, this is it, we're going to dance. We get to the hotel in Havana, beautiful hotel, you know, it's gorgeous. Throw the bags down, go downstairs, and I go to the concierge and I say, look, we're coming to Cuba. I want to dance with my girl. You know, I've been told there's music everywhere and dancing everywhere. What can you suggest? He said, oh, it's a bad night for it. What do you fucking mean, you know? I said, it's Cuba. He said, no, not much dancing tonight. I said, well, we're going to go out and find some dancing. He said, it's, you know, most likely you won't get stabbed. You know? So anyway, this is true. That's what he said. Yeah, you probably won't get stabbed. You'll be okay. To which I immediately thought, obviously everybody gets stabbed.
Catastrophizing.
No, but they did say that, didn't they?
It didn't go from dancing to stabbing.
Stabbing. Well, so you know, fine line between dancing and stabbing. And so we go downstairs. We go up to the bellhop, right? The bellhop. They know everything. I went out and I said, look, here, I want to take my girl out dancing. You know, it's really important. You know, I've learned and everything. And he said, oh, not a good night for it in Havana. What do you mean, you know? I was really pissed off, so they said, you know, there's nowhere to go. So Jane and I decided to go for a walk, and as we're leaving, the bellhop said, you know, oh, you probably won't get stabbed, you're okay, you know? We'll see you, maybe see you when you get back. So we're walking around, and we found a bar. What was the bar?
The Ernest Hemingway Bar.
Ernest Hemingway Bar. Not really a dance club, is it? You know, like everybody should have like leather patches on their jackets and a pipe and shit. So anyway, we were going to go in there, but there was a band, an Eagles covers band in there, and I wasn't gonna dance salsa to the Eagles. So we went back to the hotel, bummed out, you know, totally bummed out. And I get back to the hotel, and through the balcony door was open, and the moon was up, and Jane's standing there looking gorgeous. So I got my phone out and I put it, you know, on the table. And we danced in our room in Cuba. Oh. And it's really sad. It's really sad. And you know, that's finally she was satisfied. She never asked me to dance again. Except the other people are standing on their feet here. But we went back to, you know, next morning we got up and went back to Mexico and drank margaritas on the beach. It was good. this evening. We rang and said, come on, we're playing Auckland, you better come and sing. So she's flying over, got here at 6 o'clock tonight. Straight to the backstage, and I'm going to throw her in the deep end and make her sing a song.
We always ask for this one at home.
Yeah, this one is a big favourite at home. Me and Jane get all sloppy and cry when we get it. During COVID, don't know if you watched, but we started doing some things online. And that started because Jane, my very sort of, busy wife, said, I think, that, we shouldn't just waste our time. Meanwhile, I'm sitting watching TV, like this. She said, I think we should all do something. And I said, yeah, good idea. I'll think of something eventually. And she said, I'm going to learn the guitar. And I thought, great, it's a good thing. And sure enough, Jane starts getting tutorials on the computer. And by the end of the day, she's got a song ready. She said, so let's record it, let's film it, and we'll send it out to, the universe there, out in the interweb. And so I set the camera up in the bedroom, on the stand there, like bouncing on things, and we did a song. It was great. And people liked it. And next day, Jane had another song. And the next day she had another song. And the next day she had another song. And she was getting really good at the guitar by this point. And we must have done about 400 fucking songs.
Yes, but I had a great singer and it worked because he would sing louder than my mistakes.
She's a smooth talker too, that girl, I tell you. But it was really great. So then, about halfway through that, I started to feel guilty because, really I wasn't doing it. I was just singing, and I do that anyway. I'd do that for nothing. And So I thought, I'll do something as well. So I decided I was going to learn bagpipes. Yes, and the main reason I wanted to learn bagpipes is because I'm a Scotsman. And we lived by a river, and I had this vision of, when I get to 70, which I realise now is not that far away, but when I get to 70, I'm going to, have the bagpipes, and I'm going to march up and down the river at midnight and drive the neighbours fucking nuts. And that's what I'm going to do to entertain myself.
But the neighbours have called and said, is everything okay?
They thought it was domestic violence, like sort of me playing the bagpipes.
The cats had got loose.
And so, anyway, I wanted to share the grief, and Clayton was, locked away in Sydney in his little bubble, and I rang up Clayton and I said, have you ever thought about playing the piano accordion? And he went, no, not really, but yeah, we'll give it a go, So I said, okay, let's give it a go. Let's buy a piano accordion online. So Clayton went to sort of all these Italian websites and bought a piano accordion, and he started learning it. And we liked it so much, but it was really difficult because at the start, the only sort of tutorials and the only things we could find were polkas and Mexican songs, which we managed to squeeze a couple of Mexican vibes in, but polkas are still very difficult, but we'll work it out sooner or later. But so you'll notice that Clayton's playing this a lot because we love the instrument now, and we're putting in as many songs as possible.
You can't win that fight, cause you don't understand. And I wake up alone, reaching for your hand. Like a cold wind in November, when we don't see eye to eye. And I want you to remember, still on your side when you need me, girl. Still on your side. I'm still on your side when you need me, girl. Still on your side. Sure as the river runs through the sea. There had to be times when both disagree. Whoa, sometimes I feel like shouting. Feels like a freight train in my heart. I'll make you see that we don't got still on your side when you need me, girl. Still on your side. I'm still on your side when you need me, girl. Still on your side when you need me, baby. Still on your side, yeah. Still on your side. And I look up to see you standing there, but you just look right through me. Somebody still on your side. When you need me, darling, still on your side. Oh, when you need me, baby, still on your side. Just as sure as the river was still on your side. You can always depend on me. Still on your side. I'm still on your side, baby. Still on your side.
So, we've got some guests coming up. Our friend Victoria Kelly helped us organize some strings, and she did some fabulous arrangements for us. We got James, Rob, Charmian, Miranda. Nice to see you guys. They're in the deep end with us, so we haven't rehearsed a lot. But, you know,
First time ever.
well, we don't like to rehearse that much. We fucking know the songs already. But no, these guys are professionals and we're here to help us. So this song, I'm going to tell you a little story about it first before we start. It's been a sort of tumultuous few months for me because we decided a couple of months ago that the old band is going to get back together, right? Now, whenever coaches will get together, and we fight and we're like brothers. We fight, we argue, and then we're happy at the same time. So we got together. Originally, we were going to celebrate 50th anniversary of the band. We started in '73, and we got together in October on the actual 50th anniversary, and we had a dinner. And all the while, I'm thinking, I'm going to start dropping the hint and see if we can get them to do some shows, because it's always my idea. And so then I dropped a few hints over dinner. Wasn't knocked back badly, so we started talking, and sure enough, we decided we're going to tour. And it was a big relief, and we sort of announced the tour in Australia. It just went absolutely crazy. It was sold out in about an hour. New Zealand's a little slower, but that's okay. We're coming over here to tell you about it later. But we're coming over. We're going to move next door to you. No, so, the relief of announcing this and it's all gone out. I went to bed one night and I had a really sound sleep, and I literally had this dream. This is true. I had this dream and it was so real. It was so vivid. The dream was I was driving the band, Coach Chisel, to one of these new gigs, and I was driving. They're all in the back. I'm like the chauffeur. I don't know why. Don't tell me what the dream means. But I'm there and I'm driving along, and we're all really happy and excited about playing. And on the radio, Flame Trees comes on, right? Don't get too excited. We're not playing it yet, right? We might play it later. But it was the version that I play in my solo band, and it's a bit slower and a bit more dramatic, and coaches all like to play the sort of more pop version. So I immediately leaned over and I said, guys, you don't have to hear this, and I turned it down, and as I did, I felt this hand on my hand stopping me, and it was Steve Presnich, our drummer, sitting next to me in the front. Steve died 13 years ago, right? But he's my brother. Steve's like my brother. I loved him dearly. And he sort of said, the exact words I can't remember, but it was something like, no, you sing it really well, leave it on. And as he said it, I sort of woke up. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't want to go back to sleep because it was so clear and I could feel Steve next to me. And I really wanted just to enjoy feeling my brother close to me. So I didn't want to go to sleep again. And I took it as a sign. Going to be one of two things, because Steve, it was either Steve was telling me the tour was going to be great. Steve and I did fight a little bit too, so he could have just been taking the mickey out of me. But I think it was a big sign that we're going to do something fabulous. Awesome. So I figured that we had them here. And they're sort of trapped up there now, so we should keep them for a couple of songs, right? That'd be really good. They didn't put up much of a fight.
Yep, sorry.
Should we try another one?
Oh, too far. I thought you were I was like, too far. Right, one drink per person. Yeah, one drink per person.
That's it. One drink per person.
Nobody ever heard a word it said. None of us took him serious. Gave him the time of day. Invisible till they ran away. But blood is thicker than water. My father always said that don't mean a damn thing when I let catch her empty bed. So run back to me, run back to me, brother of mine. Feel like a stranger. Took some growing up for me to see. Blood is thicker than water. Get right or wrong. I bet you think that these empty words are worth the paper they're written on. Run back to me, run back to me, brother of mine. And I'm in love before you everywhere. You're leaving, show me just how much I care. And I can't blame you for running away. But you come back someday. The blood is thicker than water. Father always said that don't mean a damn thing when I look at your empty bed. So run back to me, come back, family. Run back to me. Cause I love you, brother of mine. Put your hands together for our beautiful string section.
This is the most special show. So
How do you top the string section? Well, I've got this girl who likes to wear tartan, drink whiskey, and play the bagpipes. So while I was learning the bagpipes, Jane was obviously looking over my shoulder. And unfortunately for me, she plays bagpipes better than me.
This is for Jock.
Yeah. We got to do this song for a dear friend. And you know, it's sad, we sing these songs for when we lose friends, but it brings their memories back to us. That's why we keep singing them, so, you know. So it reminds us of Jock. On young bonny banks, on young bonny way, where the sun shines down on Loch Lomond. It's me and my true love spending a happy day on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afar, yeah. It's me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there where we played on yon shady cleft, on the steep side of Riverbend, and in Purple Hill, with the Highland hills in view, and the moon is coming up from the gold. You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afar, yeah. From me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. The rebird is seen, and the white flowers of spring. In the sunshine, the waters are sleeping, and the broken-hearted he can no second string, and the woeful will wake from the weekend. You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afar, yeah. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. doing it there, you alright? Here's a song that I recorded in Nashville a few years ago, which I love. Have I got the right song? I got to own up. You might wonder what I'm doing here. I forget all the words to my songs. Even the ones I've written myself. It's ridiculous.
Some of them you don't do very often.
But you know, there's a few. But I figure if I forget the words to the ones I wrote myself, it's funny because I could be rewriting them. Then you don't know. I could just be rewriting them on the spot. A lot of mumbling in them. But so I normally, for years I've had sort of bits of paper stuck on things around the stage. So I walk over, if I'm getting to a certain song, I'll look at, oh, there's the word. I don't know that one. So I know what I'm singing. But the kids said to me, so unprofessional. They're trying to drag me kicking and screaming into the 21st century. Me and Jane.
It wasn't that you're unprofessional, you just can't read them now.
Well, that's the other thing that can't read my own writing. So, it's a mistake. So I should get someone else to write it. But look.
Large print.
They got me an iPad. I don't know how to fucking use it. So, and it's good. It's handy if you're really concentrating. But if I'm over here...
Notice I've got rid of mine?
I know you're showing off now, because, to leave it up to me on my own.
You have less lyrics as well, though. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's really bad because, you know, I'll be singing away and I'm forgetting the word. I'll look back there. It's a different song. I've got to change it. So it's just as fucking bad, really. But it's, you know, I'm sort of, you know, becoming high tech. None of us can change it. If anything goes wrong, we immediately call the kids. You know, get here and help us.
Job security. still want you by my side, just to help me dry these tears that I'm crying. I'm sure gonna give you a try. If you wanna try love again, maybe I'll try to love again. I know, I know. The first time is the deepest, baby, I know. First time is the deepest. Comes to being lucky, he's first. When it comes to loving me, he's the worst. But when it comes to being loved, he's first. That's how I know. First cut is the deepest, baby, I know. First cut is the deepest. I said, baby, I know. First cut is the
That's Mahelia. All right. I didn't know it. It's a good segue. This is a song that I wrote about, with a spell the fact check over there, about 17 years ago, I think. 17 years ago, I had open heart surgery for the first time. I've had it a couple of months. But I was in hospital, you know, as I was going in hospital, I was sort of, you know, fairly positive. How bad can it be, you know? So I got into hospital and they were taking me to the operating room, and I was a smart ass, you know, I had my digital camera with me and I gave it to one of the nurses and I said, you know, take a few snaps while we're in there, you know? I was expecting to see sort of the machines and the nurses waving and shit like that. A few days later when I woke up, I looked at the camera and it was inside the chest. It was not attractive to humans. But anyway, I was in intensive care and I was sort of recovering, you know, it was slow, it was very painful. And they finally moved me to the ward, right? And Jane decided to come and visit me and cheer me up on the first night in the ward. And she turned up in a red rubber nurse's outfit.
What are you saying? You nearly blew my ears out before. I was trying to fix them out.
Oh, that's the first cut.
What do you say?
Yeah, well, she was wearing the red rubber nurse's outfit, right? And of course, I'm lying at any time besides that. I'd be very happy to see her in that, but I just couldn't laugh. and I certainly couldn't breathe heavy. So I was sort of lying there like, oh my God, you know. And Jane's lying all over me, taking selfies and doing all this sort of shit, you know. And she thought she was very funny. She thought she was very funny, but karma got back and bit her. She went home by herself for the dogs there, you know. And even I know, if you're gonna wear a rubber dress, I don't know if I'll never wore one, but if you're gonna wear a rubber dress, you need someone to help you get it off. This is my theory, you know, I could be wrong. But, so Jane gets home, and she can't get the dress off. And she's like, I had two small schnauzers, you know, and they're in the corner, like, this is all flapping and making noises, and they were terrified. They weren't gonna go anywhere near her. And Jane's trying to call them, she wanted them to bite through the rubber to get her out of it, you see. They weren't having a bar of it. And eventually, she got it up around her neck, and it really got tight, and she thought she was gonna die.
I did. I saw headlines.
Headlines in the paper.
Yes, singer's wife strangled in a bizarre rubber dress incident.
Autoerotic, you know, how dare she do that to the singer who's in hospital. But I would have known that, you know, this was just her, caught by karma. She eventually built up the strength to sort of pull it off in one foul swoop. And
ripped my hair out and everything.
Ripped your hair out, too, big chunks of your hair. And she came in the next day and she had all these bruises on her neck, and I'm like, what have you been up to, you know? I'd forgotten about the rubber dress. What have you been doing, darling? You know, but it was, that was my sort of first heart surgery. And they said to me they're going to keep me in hospital for, you know, a few weeks. And then I've got to go home and lie still for 12 weeks. It's very difficult for me to keep still. And they said to me, oh, you know, after about 8 weeks, you're going to feel good. Don't be tempted to get up. I said, okay, I promise. And I went home. About 8 weeks later, I felt really good. And I rang up my agent, and he had a couple of gigs booked. I said, we're going to do those gigs. And so I rang my doctor and I said, can I just do a couple small gigs? You know, it's only a small gig. And they said, oh no, you can't. I said, really? I'm going to have the kids there. They'll carry the weight. I won't have to do much. And he said, okay. I didn't tell him the gig was in Singapore. And when I got there, I screamed like one of Jeffrey Dahmer's house guests for about 2 hours, you know. So, ended the gig, I was in agony, and I flew back to Sydney, and they had to cut me open and drain the fluid out of my heart, right? And so they sat me there, and the doctor came in, he was really disgusted, and he said, you're staying in, you're not going out for 12 weeks. I said, come on, you can trust me. Look at his face. You can trust me, I promise I'll stay home. And he sort of buckled, you know, reluctantly, and he said, go home, but 12 weeks you're going to stay, you know, in bed. After 8 weeks, I think I felt really great again, and I rang my agent, did a couple more gigs, you know, it was a Saturday and Sunday or something, and it was in Queensland, it was boiling hot, and it was singing in the sun, and I thought I was going to die by the end of it. And of course, they rushed me back to hospital for the third time, drained all the fluid out, and they said, we're absolutely locking you in hospital, you're not going anywhere. And I sort of, you know, pleaded. The best, you know, innocent face I had, and I said, I promise you I'll stay in bed. And Jane said, I'll keep him there. He's not getting out of bed, right? So there I was, and after 8 weeks, of course, I felt great again, but I wasn't allowed to get up. So I sort of yelled out to someone who was ignoring me downstairs, Jane, and I said, can you bring me my guitar? And I did an album. I wrote an album in my bed while I was recovering, and it's called, I wrote this song that I did as a duet with Casey, you know, Out in the Blue was the record. So,
Casey Chambers.
Yeah, Casey Chambers, well-known Aussie girl, beautiful singer. Tonight we got Evil J singing with me tonight.
To anyone who listens, it just don't care. When two hearts collide, everything else just gets pushed aside, and you can't see how you'll ever survive. That's just what happens when two hearts collide.
The guy who cries in the street, you know just where he's coming from, and you sympathize with the truth and the lies that he's telling everyone. Does it feel like the world's starting turning, and you gotta hold on real tight, and the words away in the bottom of your hand, you drift right out of sight.
When two hearts collide, everything else just gets pushed aside, and you can't see how you'll ever survive. It's just what happens when two hearts collide. Does it feel like you're right in the desert, and the sun's burning down so bad, and no matter which way that you're headed, it just keeps shining in your eyes, and the wind blows away your tracks, so you can't tell where you've been. And that voice that you hear in the distance is just her laughing at the pain that you're in. When two hearts collide, everything else just gets pushed aside, and you can't see how you'll ever survive. That's just what happens when two hearts collide. When two hearts collide, lose that fine line between wrong and right, and you can't see how you'll ever survive. That's just what happens when two hearts collide. Yeah. When two hearts collide. Eliza G.
So I thought I'd better do one new song for you. I'm finished a new record and it's coming out soon. So I thought I'd play you one of the songs we've written. It's a song that I've written about our relationship, Jane and I's relationship. It's we live by the banks of a river, and the river's sort of a bit like our relationship. You know? Sometimes it's really fucking tearing through there, ripping the walls off, and
Is that you or me?
that must be you, I think. It's not me. I think how calm I am. And sometimes it's really calm. And sometimes it's just, calm and smooth, and there's platypus swimming in it and all that sort of stuff. But it's a bit like us. And so I look at the river, and I believe that river sort of helped keep us together. It's one of the things that's held us there. So I wrote a song about it. And it's got my girl playing bagpipes in it.
And ghosts of
pleasure playing these songs for you. A lot of fun. Hang on, my girl's getting the bagpipes on. So,
I'm sorry about that.
What we
This is a
did?
new song.
you right there? But really, thank you so much for coming out. We're going to leave you with a song that you might know.
Oh, just before you go ahead.
I knew you were
with
going to
this.
interrupt me. I could see you coming. Lucky I hadn't started singing yet.
So I need to hear from the audience because this old band, Cultures are getting back together. I have some really amazing old vintage merch. However, he's embarrassed when I wear it now.
I'm embarrassed.
Do you think that I should be able to wear Cold Chisel t-shirts?
All I say is I feel a bit like, you know, if she's wearing one of those I'm with stupid t-shirts, you know, and she says, oh, why do you wear one? I'm not going to fucking wear a Cold Chisel t-shirt around here. But of course, I'll never say that to her.
So, I have taken to shameless self-promotion.
See, Mum's happy to wear her own band t-shirt.
And she's happy to make us wear her band t-shirts too, brother.
And I would love to give it away tonight. I think so.
Sorry, thanks
You're
very
going to
much.
have a wild night tonight.
Of course you know them. Now, all the rest of the audience are going to be pissed off because I didn't give
Well,
them
they're all
t-shirts.
up there with little Mick up the back.
Well, next time you come to the Jane Barnes show, she'll give you all t-shirts. It's going to cost her a lot of money.
I retired a long time ago.
Oh, by the way, yes, the Jane Barnes band. When we did some shows in around Sydney. We'd only do shows that were driving distance to our gig because Jane refused to do them unless she could sleep in her own bed, right? And she was so
First tour and quite a diva.
It was so important that she even wore pajamas to the gig, you know, so she could get home straight into bed. You know? And,
The poster said, coming soon to a theatre near me.
But anyway, so I couldn't get it to come to New Zealand, I tried. We're going to do one last song for you though. Kids are driving Saturday afternoon, just pass me by. you so much.
We need to thank Jane West, who is here, who worked on the album, Jimmy.
Yes, I know that. Lovely Jane West.
Jane,
Saved my life many a night. Hi Jane, I can see you there.
thank you, Jane.
Yeah. I roll in the net, won't see no matter how fast it. I just need a place where I can lay my head. Hey, can you tell me where I'm at, where the bed? looking at the cover. Oh, can't you see? Yes, I may look like a farmer, but I'm a lover. You can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Looking at the cover, can't you see? Like a farmer, but I'm a lover. You can't judge a book by looking at the looking at